Well, women, we often watch what we eat, we take care of our skin, but despite that, some of us might be ignoring an important part of our bodies that can have a big impact on both physical and emotional health, especially when it might be an embarrassing issue that affects 1 in 3 ladies. Dr. Roshini Raj is here to help. Good morning to you, doctor.
Good morning. Great to be here.
I feel like this might be one of those asking for a friend kind of questions, so let's get started. Why do women often neglect certain parts of our health?
Well, I think when it comes to gynecologic health, many women feel embarrassed or shy to talk about it, certainly with their friends or even their doctor. But it's so important to get over that embarrassment and really focus on gynecologic health, because if you have any condition that goes untreated, in many cases it can lead to some very serious health consequences.
What are some of the gynecological issues that are most concerning?
Well, the most common gynecologic infection right now is bacterial vaginosis, or BV. In fact, it affects 21 million women annually. And that's why I'm so excited to partner with Symbiomics today on their Keep Her Awesome campaign. It's all about empowering women, educating women about this condition, and really giving them the tools they need to discuss it with their doctor and get the proper diagnosis and treatment. Because in this case, the treatment does involve prescription antibiotics. It's something that you can't just kind of deal with on your own.
You know, you've been known for doing these women's health issues for years and kind of taking some of that embarrassment out. What advice do you give to women as kind of just getting the ball rolling with their physicians?
Well, I mean, my advice would be, I'm a woman and I understand that it can be difficult to talk about these things, even for me as a physician. But what I tell myself and what you have to tell yourself is, your doctor has heard it all before. There's nothing that's going to shock them or embarrass them. You may think you have the most interesting or bizarre thing going on. They've seen it before. And they really want to get all the information so that they can help you the best way they can. You know, we did a national survey recently looking at women that had BV, and we found nearly 70% of these women did feel embarrassment or felt self-conscious about it, but it can affect their life. I mean, it was affecting their ability to just do regular activities, things like working out or having sexual activity with their partner. So it's so important to get the correct treatment and not have those long-term consequences that I alluded to. Things like if you're pregnant, preterm birth, or low birth weight, STDs, pelvic inflammatory disease. So there's a lot of reasons why you need to get over that embarrassment and get the proper diagnosis and treatment if you've noticed anything that's off in your gynecologic health.
So with the physical symptoms too, is there anything women need to look out for to know that, hey, you know, it's really time to see somebody and start maybe just kind of ignoring it?
Well, I think that if anything seems off balance, you know, gynecologically, you need to talk to your doctor, because the symptoms of BV, for example, can be very similar to other gynecologic infections. And often women may think it's one thing and not another, trying to self-diagnose at home. Big mistake. You really need to get the correct diagnosis, because treatments are different for different infections, and you want to make sure you are treated so you don't have any of those long-term consequences that we just talked about.
Well, and I think Dr. Google is something that a lot of us rely on that we shouldn't always. If women have questions,
yes,
where's the best place where they can get started, where they can actually find good information online?
That's right. Going to reputable websites, and that's why we created KeepHerAwesome.com. It has some great information about BV, a discussion guide to really help women have that discussion with their doctor, and I have a video as well there.
All right, good advice. And if you have a friend, maybe KeepHerAwesome.com, a great campaign and a good place to go. Thanks for your time today, Dr. Raj.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Mike, we'll send it over to you.